Hi, we're the Juice Pouch Players, and today we will be rating the game Fiction by All Play.
So, how long does this game take to play?
It takes about 10 to 20 minutes. There is a timer on this game. On the easier version, it's 10 minutes per round. On the harder version, it's 8 minutes per round. But the timer does stop every time a word has been guessed.
There is a version of this game where it could take upwards of 30 minutes to play if you use the entire duration of both timers and of course with the pausing in between each guess. It could take a little bit longer, but it usually only takes like 15 to 20 minutes.
How long does it take to set up?
Maybe 5 minutes. I would say the longest part is choosing which card, like which book excerpt you want to pick your word from, and then picking a word from there. But other than that, it's just passing out the pieces.
Is it easy to get the rules?
It is absolutely easy. If you understand the rules of Wordle, you understand the rules of this. There's just a little bit more deception involved with the LIE-brarian, but I would say it's fairly easy to pick up the rules, and because the game is so quick, it's very easy to play through a round with no practice round involved.
Yes. I mean, unless you've never played Wordle before, then that might be a little helpful, but most people do play Wordle, so it's easy to get once you say it's like that. Is it transportable?
It is incredibly transportable. This is the size of the box, fronts, and you can fit it literally anywhere.
Yep. Is it young kids playable?
There is some reading ability needed, or the ability to at least spell and put together words, but since it is a team game and the only person who has to play by themselves is the LIE-brarian, it is probably very playable for young kids. Yeah. Is it grandma playable?
I would say probably. The cards with the words on it is very small, so that might be hard, but once again, it's a team game, so as long as you can think of words and spell them, you're good to go.
And how many people can play this game?
It takes a minimum of 2 people because you need one person to be the LIE-brarian and at least one person to guess. Yes. But, I mean...
I would agree with the box, honestly, that the maximum number of people should be 8, because having one player versus 7 on the other side guessing, if you have too many more people than that, I would say it's too many cooks in the kitchen.
However, technically speaking, you can play with more than 8 people.
Yes. How much critical thinking is involved?
That is pretty much the basis of the game, so I would say a lot, because you gotta come up with words, figure out which one's the lie, things like that.
You have to be very, very strategic, especially since there's always a lie in every single guess, about figuring out which is the lie, making sure you're still coming up with words in the meantime. Yeah. Is it a team game?
By nature, yes, it is a team game.
And so you would not need to split up into teams for this?
Nope. Do you need any outside supplies?
No, unless you run unless the dry erase pens die on you, you don't need any outside supplies.
It comes with lots of extra bags, so you don't need those either. So, how many pouches would you give it?
I would give this 4 pouches. I love word building games, and I like the deception aspect of it. And I especially love the fact that all of the words are pulled from excerpts of classic novels, many of which I love and have loved to read. And so it's really, really fun getting to see what words are pulled from where. But yeah.
I would give this 3 pouches. It's a fun game. It's just not my kind of game. I'm not really big on the words. However, it is lots of fun. And it's especially fun when you have a big group of people, especially when those people are more familiar with words than I am.
But yeah. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and we will
see you later.